Alright guys, what's going on? I'm back, and today I've got a story time to tell you. I thought it would make for an interesting video, so let's get started. This story takes place like a few years ago. I think it was my sophomore year in high school, and every Friday me and my friends would all go to the football game. I think it was me and like 4 other friends, and we were in the student section, and one of my other friends, Gavin, kept talking about he sees some kid named Michael Demons. And he brought up his name like a few times, so I was like, dude, who the hell's Michael Demons? And he was like, down by the field. You see that guy? He was real pale, skinny, tatted up. I was like, yeah, what's with him? And why do you keep calling him Michael Demons? And Gavin was like, that's his name, bro. He's always talking about how he's fighting demons. And then he told me that the Michael Demons kid was down there with Gavin's ex-girlfriend. And we were all pretty stupid, so we thought it'd be a funny idea to tell our other friend Maddox to go down by the field and meow in this Michael Demons kid's ear. So Maddox runs down there, gets right behind the kid, and fucking meow right in his ear. The Demons kid didn't really have a reaction. I think he was just like, get away from me. And so Maddox came back up and we're like, no, that wasn't good enough. Go down there and do that shit again. So a little later, Maddox goes down there and meows in his ear once again. And this time we were all down with him because we were going to go to the concession stand. So we were just going to do a little drive-by meow. And this time this Michael Demons kid actually got pretty pissed off. He like rolled up his sleeves to show his frail little arms. And Maddox was not scared. Maddox is kind of a big boy and he wrestles, so we were all kind of just laughing when this Demons kid did that, but he was being serious. He wanted to actually like whoop Maddox's ass. I don't remember how, but the situation kind of died down and we kind of just went separate ways. And we would all, after the game, we went to this pizza place, and it was like a bar pizza place, so we were playing pool and just chilling with our friends. And Maddox got a DM from the Demons kid, basically threatening to kill him and shoot up his house. And we weren't taking it very seriously. We were all cracking up, laughing about it, saying how Maddox is gonna get his fucking house shot up. But then we had a bright idea, because every week we made it like a ritual thing to TP and just fuck with this one person's house. And we were friends with the little brother of the house, but the older brother hated getting TP'd every week. So the younger brother told us that the older brother was gonna be camped up on the roof with a BB gun. So we had Maddox tell the Demons kid that his house was that address of the person up on the roof with the BB gun. And we thought it'd be the funniest thing for this Demons kid to show up to that guy's house and just get sprayed down with a BB gun. We went that whole night just kind of having fun chilling, and the Demons kid apparently never showed up to that guy's house. And so a few days later, actually, we caught wind that apparently Michael Demon's girlfriend, which was Gavin's ex-girlfriend, was told that Maddox was saying he was gonna like tie her up and like take her and just all this weird shit. So we were like, whoa, that's messed up. Like Maddox could get in serious trouble for that. So we wanted to do something. So that next Friday night, that next football game was again a home game. And we knew where this girl lived, Michael Demon's girlfriend. And we caught wind that they were together at their house. So after the game, we all met up and got into my car because I had a blacked out Impala. No, I drove to the meetup spot alone. And Gavin had all of the other friends that was going to go in his van because that was like our main thing that we'd use. We used a pimped out minivan. And so I think 2 of my friends that I knew got out and got into my car. And then they had some random kid. And I was like, who the hell is this? And my friend Ashton was like, no, he's cool. He's cool. He goes to all the parties with us. I was like, dude, if we get in a pinch, he's going to tell everybody our names. And the kid was pleading his case. He's like, no, I'm cool. So I was like, you know what, whatever. So we roll out, and we already had the supplies. We had some cheese, some rotten milk, and I think something else. So we roll up on the street and we park down the road. We all get out and we have some ski masks on. We're skied up. We run down to the house and we all have like an individual assignment. There's some people dumping the rotten milk, and then some people were cheesing the mailbox, the windows, the cars. And there was like 4 cars in the driveway. So we're all like kind of tucked behind cars, hiding. And not even like a couple minutes into this cheesing, and I hear footsteps and the front door open. So it's me, and then my buddy AJ's beside me at like the car to the right of me, and then the other 2 friends were on the other side. So I look at AJ, I'm like, shh, be quiet. There's somebody outside. And then we just wait there in anticipation, shaking in our boots, and we hear, get those fuckers. Me and AJ turn, do a 180, and just fucking book it. I'm still holding this big old gallon of rotten chocolate milk the whole way through. I'm tucked it like a football. And as we're running down the street, I look back, and 2 big ass dudes. Later we found out one dude was in the military, and he was, home because Michael Demon's girlfriend's older sister apparently was dating this guy, and then just their dad. The girl's dad was a big guy. So me and AJ get down the street, and we hide behind, there's like some new construction homes being built, and so we hide behind those, and we look over at the house that we were cheesing or dumping milk on, and we see our buddy Ashton and the kid running from these 2 grown-ass men. But there was they were at the end of the street, so they kind of disappeared for like a second. Me and AJ are kind of just talking about like what the hell we should do. And then not long after that, we see the kid. He was this chunky little red-haired kid, and we saw him getting like dragged back to the house. They ripped his shirt off, and they were having him pick up all the cheese that we had laid out on the car and windows. AJ looks at me, he's like, oh shit, they ripped his shirt off. I was like, oh fuck, what the hell? But I'm like, where's Ashton? Because we haven't seen Ashton since they turned that corner. So I get out my phone, I call Ashton, he's like, I'm good, I'm at the Taco Bell. So me and AJ bust a move. We're trying to get to the other side without being seen to get to the Taco Bell to meet up with Ashton. And as we're going to that other side, some car pulls up to the stop sign. Stops, looks at us for a minute. And me and AJ are like we had already been seen, but we were tucked behind this car, hoping that they didn't see us. And then we hear the car window roll down, and we hear, Caden? AJ? It was our buddy Steven. He was just out and about doing who knows what. So we got in his car, told him the whole thing. We went and picked up Ashton, and he rolled up back to my car on the street. And so we had gotten out, thanked him. And as we're walking to my car, somebody gets out from under it. Somebody was hiding under my car on the side of the road. And so we're all freaking out. We thought it was one of those fucking adults. So we're about to, dip out or do something. But he rolls all the way out from under the car, and it was the chunky ginger kid with his shirt off. And he's all sweaty. I got away. He's breathing heavy. He's panting. He's like, I got away. We're like, holy shit, dude, are you all right? Like, what happened? And he told us that after he had picked up all the cheese, he sneakily just like stuffed it in the mailbox, and then they let him go. And I was just like, dude, whatever, man, let's just get out of here. So we drop everybody off, and I'm back at home chilling, and I get a text from my sister, because my sister is best friends with Michael Demon's girlfriend's, that girl. Her older sister, who had the military boyfriend, is best friends with my sister. So of course she asked my sister if my sister knew anybody who would be cheesing their house. And my sister relays this back to me. And obviously I'm like, I have no clue who the hell would do that. That's weird. But like the whole next week, the older sister and like the parents were just interviewing everybody at the school, just like over Facebook and text, like asking who did this. And we all kept our trap shut. Nobody said a word. But then that Friday night rolled around and it was another game. I think this game was an away game, but you know, it was ritual to do something that Friday night. And we were like, we got such a good reaction out of them last time. We have to do it again. And we found out that the reason it only took them like not even 2 minutes to find out we were cheesing their house is because they had a Ring camera. So it went off as soon as there was motion, and they checked it and they see 4 people skied up, loaded up with cheese and milk. And so they went outside immediately. So we were like, all right, this time around we got to make it a quick operation. And so again, after the football game, we're all in the minivan. We ride home to our meetup spot and we talk about the plan. Funniest thing ever. My sister's boyfriend is cool as hell, so we call him up. We're like, yo, do you have any rotten eggs? And then we knew that they had like rotten pumpkins because this was like October, November, and they had jack-o'-lanterns that were rotten. And he's like, yeah, dude, I got rotten eggs, I got pumpkins, why, what do you need it for? And we told him the whole story about the week prior and what we planned on doing tonight. And he's like, yeah, I'm in. So we're fucking hyped up. And then again, we all meet up at the meetup spot. We all hop into my car, the blacked out Impala. This shit was like the Batmobile. We did so much shit in this car. It was like the main car to go to. But we had devised a plan so that they don't see that we were there in time. The plan was we were going to have somebody else drive my car. We were going to turn off the lights just like right down the road so we didn't have to park so far away. And then the other 3 people in the car would get out, run over to the house, we'd hit it, we'd get back in the car, we'd go. It was a perfect plan. So we do exactly that. We pull up a little ways away, but close enough to where we can kind of just 40-yard dash to that house. And then we had 2 men on the eggs, 1 man on the pumpkin. I was the pumpkin guy. I come in, smash the pumpkin all over the house, and then while I'm smashing the pumpkin, eggs are just getting thrown and smacking the siding. We got this done in under 20 seconds. We run back to the car, we drive off, and we're all sweating, we're all hyped up. And so we started driving back to the home base. We're like, we did it, we got those fuckers. And as we're on our way back, we turn left at this light, and we see this cop turn onto the road that we had just turned from. And immediately we knew that we just need to hide because we figured that they might have called the cops, and we guessed correctly. So we quickly pull up into this driveway, and I was the driver by now because once we got to like a cool off spot, we had switched drivers back to me. And so now we're heading back to home base. We turn onto this road, pull into this random person's driveway, shut the car off, and not even a few seconds after we do that, the cop car fucking zips by. We're like, holy shit, they must have called the cops. And so we're dropping off my sister's boyfriend, and we go into the house with him, and my sister's like flipping out. She's like, where were you guys? And, you know, we had cooked up a lie already, so we told her that, and then she says, oh, really? And she shows us, they sent her the video of us hitting the house. And you just see 3 guys skied up, 2 hitting the house with the eggs, and then you see me run by. You don't see me actually smash the pumpkin, you just see me run by the camera and then smash the pumpkin, and then I'll run back. And so we kind of just broke. We're all like cracking up looking at this video, and we're like, send it to us, dude, please. And she was just pissed. She was being lame about it. She told us, you know, to never do that again. We were like, you gotta tell her you don't know who did it. Like, we're screwed if you tell that older sister that you know who egged the house. And she was cool about it. She kept it hush hush. But after some time had went by, and, you know, again, this whole week, they're like, those parents are trying to, like, figure out who did it. they had narrowed it down to like a few people, and they had like the names wrong, but I was kind of in the suspicion, and basically the dad kind of just figured it was me. Like, they didn't know for sure, but he thought it might be me because I think he was around the Michael Demons kid when Maddox was meowing, and so he kind of saw my face. I don't know if he saw anybody else's, but he must have seen mine and kind of just like remembered it. So he texted, no, sorry, he didn't text anybody. I caught wind, probably from my sister, that he told his daughter, who was the older sister at that house, that he was gonna, once I turned 18, because he knew I was only like 16, maybe 17, I might have been the older one in the class. He was like, once this kid turns 18, he better watch it, because I'm gonna beat his ass. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a bitch, but I was like, alright, I'm out. That dude was actually kind of big, so I was like, I'm done. We're done hitting that house, because then, you know, the next Friday, they're like, dude, we gotta go hit that house again. I'm like, no, we're done. The dad's gonna fucking choke slam us if he finds us. And that was it for that house. You know, in between those, everything happening, we were doing other shit, so if you want more story times, I could definitely talk about that stuff. My sophomore and junior year was probably, I have the most stories around those times. So if you want to hear more stories, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's all I have today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.